to follow the ethics not just in research and innovation, but also in their personal life. Again, it is a context setting activity. This video will cover 10 questions related to ethics. Watch the video completely right from the beginning till the end. For every question which I'm going to ask you, today, you can give an answer from your end in a maximum of one line. As I always feel that when it comes to ethics, which is very, very subjective in nature, there is no right or wrong answer. This exercise will tell you how well you are able to look at a particular scenario and take a particular decision or come out with a particular thought which is ethically accepted by the people as well as the society. So you can write the thoughts for the questions which I'm going to ask related to the ethical related scenario, or even if you want to refer some of the literature, you can refer. That's well and good. And kindly keep your note and pen handy if it is required. Pause the video as and when it is required, and write down the answer in the format which I'm going to explain now. First, you have to mention your name in the YouTube video comment section, and then you'll have to mention question number 1 followed by your answer, question number 2 followed by your answer, and so on. So there are 10 ethical related scenarios I have taken in order to give you a glimpse on how an individual should able to handle a very complex, challenging, a stressful scenario when it comes to their personal life as well as in the professional life. When I talk about professional life, more specifically, I'm mentioning about the research and innovation. The first ethical scenario which I like to enlighten today would be there is a news which is reported where a man is involved in killing stray dogs in Kerala. The reason why he is killing stray dogs is because there was more than 700 cases of stray dogs biting the public, due to which there were a lot of death, and people also supported this man who is involved in killing stray dogs, and they are advocating his action or its intention of killing stray dogs in terms of reducing its population, which will be more safe for the public. My question to you is the decision taken by the man and the support which he is receiving from the public, they are calling this as a campaign to kill stray dogs. Is it right or wrong? Is it possible for a stray dog to know that it is not supposed to bite human beings? Did the stray dog receive any kind of formal education, like a schooling education or university education like us? Or did this dog father or mother taught a stray dog how to behave, how not to behave? So is it right on the man part to kill the stray dog? Is it acceptable for a stray dog to get killed by that man? And is it right for the people to support the killing of stray dogs? So think about this scenario, write down whether the decision taken by the people and the man to kill the stray dog, is it right or wrong? Right now, you can give your own views whether it is right or wrong, and give me a justification. Write down the question number and give a justification. Yes, the decision was right or the decision was wrong. The second scenario, when I read this news, I was just thinking, what's happening? David Bennett was one of the first human to receive a pig heart transplant. Unfortunately, like it was like a trending news that time, but he is no longer alive. He died at the age of 57 after he had received the pig heart transplant. After the transplant, people were thinking that yes, they have done a successful surgery, but over the period of time, He had developed a various complication, and it led to a fatal outcome. He was dead. So is it right on the doctor part to transplant a pig heart to a human being, or is it right for him to accept this pig heart transplant? So what is your views on it, whether the decision taken by the doctor to have pig heart transplant to your human being, is it right or wrong? The third ethical scenario which I like to put forward will be, I'm sure all of you would know about our villain. His COVID-19. The moment when COVID-19 came in across the globe, people did not had much of option with regards to the vaccine is concerned. But somehow they need to accelerate the research and innovation. They have to test it before it is rolled out in mass to the public. Definitely, when a vaccine is created, there tends to be having a lot of complications. So, is it right for the vaccine developer to use human trials before launching the vaccine into the open market, or do you think it is wrong? Just imagine, like, if Sudhakar is volunteering to go for the human trial of a vaccine for a coronavirus, and some complications COVID-19 vaccine. One side, if they do not get the volunteers, if they do not test the vaccine, definitely it cannot reach to the masses. So instead of one person dying, instead of one person, instead of several person dying, if one person is dying also, it shouldn't be a problem. People may be thinking with a lot of perspectives into their mind. So what do you think for a scenario where coronavirus vaccine was tried and tested in volunteered humans first, and then it was rolled in the market, whether the decision is right or wrong? The other ethical scenario which I like to put forward is over 3,000 trees to be cut for construction of 3 Bengaluru metro lines. Is it ethical to cut down the trees to construct Bengaluru metro lines? One side, if you look at people need jobs, people need income, people need to run their family, they need to have the sustainability. The other side, the environment comes into picture. The moment you cut down the trees, the air pollution is going to increase. That is going to cause a lot of health-related scenarios. So whether the decision which is proposed to cut down 3,000 trees, is it right? To grow a tree takes several years. Water is involved, manpower is involved, and trees are not something like which is an enemy to us. It is actually a friend to us. So whether the decision taken to balance the need of the society in terms of cutting down the trees, is it right or wrong? You can justify in the comment. The other ethical scenario which I like to put forward is 65 people dead due to toxic liquor in Bihar. What strategy since it's a prohibition? So is the permission given, or even if the permission is not given, is this particular scenario is considered as right or wrong? Do you think the people who are consumed the toxic liquor, they have received the right fate, or a right decision, or a right result of consuming a toxic liquor, or do you think that this scenario was happened because of carelessness of the government or any kind of authorities who should have monitored in terms of the liquor production and the consumption process? If you say 65 people dead, they're dead because they consumed their toxic liquor. But clearly, like in most of the liquor bottles, people are mentioning that drinking liquor is injurious to the health and the family. Even though like there is a warning message, but this 65 people went ahead and had a toxic liquor, which had brought them an uneventful scenario where they were required to die. So what do you think? Is it right or wrong to produce a toxic liquor? I don't think intentionally somebody may be thinking of producing a toxic liquor, even if it happened by an accident. But 65 people have lost their life. Just imagine the volume of impact it might cost in their family as well as in the society. Definitely 65 lives is something which we need to worry about it. So what do you think? Is it right or wrong? The other scenario which I like to put forward would be 2 years after this patient death, the doctor was shot dead by family members. This doctor was involved in gross negligence. Because of that, one of the patient was died. Uh, People may not know. I also do not know whether it is because of the negligence of the doctor or what was the reality is not known. But this relative of the family member was behind this doctor and made the doctor to die. So is it right or wrong? I'm sure if the doctor has shown any kind of a negligence, and if it has resulted in a death, the family member should have gone to the police, if you look at it ethically, like, and complain, and had had their action taken towards the doctor. But this family member took the law by the hand and made the doctor to die. From the family member perspective, definitely yes. If some of their loved ones are died, definitely they would be furious, and because of their emotion, they would have taken this revenge and shot the doctor. But is it ethically right or wrong? So, what's your comment on that? The other scenario which I like to put forward to all the scholars is 10.5 percentage of drugs sold in developing world is dubious, and it is found by World Health Organization. Even though they know that 10.5 percentage of drugs are dubious, which is likely to cause various complication for the people who are taking the drugs. But why the government or why the other authorities who are involved in managing the quality of the drug are still not taking any kind of action towards this 10.5 percentage of drugs which are there in the developing world? So is it ethical? Is it ethical to first of all to create dubious drugs, and that to be sold in the developing countries where the population may not have a luxury in terms of education or an awareness to differentiate between what is the good drug or the dubious drug? So what's your take on this? There is one more ethical scenario which I like to put forward is USC's first legal case of physician-assisted suicide. One of the 8-year-old woman, she was suffering from metastatic breast cancer, and she was provided with the assisted suicide option. Within 30 minutes after drinking the mixture, which was mixed with the brandy, she was dead. So is it right that individual can be provided with an option to go for an assisted suicide because their health related reasons, the pain of the disease is higher than the suicide? What's your take on this? Is it right or wrong? Nowadays, people are using toxic chemicals to make the vegetables look fresh. From one side, farmers are investing a lot of money in order to grow vegetables, and they send to the market. Even the marketers, the suppliers, the retailers also buy the vegetables. If you look at all the vegetables have got a shelf life period. In case if it is not sold in a stipulated period of time, the vegetables is going to be definitely spoiled. And then nowadays, the customers are demanding vegetables only when it is fresh. They are ready to buy it, even if it is bit dull. They do not want to buy it. So people are saying that yes, you want fresh vegetables. Yes, I will give you the fresh vegetable, but I'm going to add on to the toxic chemicals. So now the decision of the farmer for using a toxic chemical to ensure that vegetables are fresh, so that the buyers can buy it, and the decision of the buyers to use the toxic vegetable to keep the vegetable fresh, and the decision of the consumers expecting a vegetable to be fresh at all the times, do you think it is right or wrong? Comment for this particular question. There is one more ethical scenario which I like to put forward to all the scholars is people are throwing garbage into canal, lake, wherever, and it is creating a lot of pollution, be it air pollution or water pollution or soil pollution. Have you ever wondered why somebody has to go throw garbage on a canal or in a lake or in an open space? If you ask me personally, like people are throwing the garbage on the road, it is because there are no dustbins available, or very limited dustbins are available, or the process of waste collection from the houses is not effective enough. So from the house end, they need to dispose their garbage. If they do not dispose, definitely their houses are going to turn dirty and it's going to smell bad. On the other front, so when you look at all these ethical scenarios, you can witness that from one side they are right on the other their part. The other hand they are wrong. So when we are able to take a scenario, when we critically analyze, we need to come to a conclusion where it is balanced in such a way that it is not creating any kind of harm, or it is not creating any kind of a problem or a challenge for anyone who is involved as part of this ecosystem, be it for the plants or animals or human beings or the industries or the products. But arriving this balance is one of the biggest difficult scenario. It is because it is practically not possible to satisfy everyone. It is not practically possible to find solutions for everyone's problems. For example, if you take in terms of garbage dumping on the road, it is not practically possible for the government may say that no, we do not have fund to have dustbins, or the government may say that like we do not have the manning, and the individual may say that I have to dispose the garbage. A risk or a challenge of the stakeholder, and ensuring that there is a sustainability, ensuring that there is a positive course of action is available for anyone who are directly or indirectly involved. With this note, I'd like to welcome all of you to the world of ethics. When it comes to any kind of scenarios, like we always have a lot of confusions in mind. We always have our own perspectives, but instead of carrying away with our own perceptions or perspectives, we all have to scientifically think and take a decision which is ethically accepted, which is ethically moral, in such a way that nobody is getting affected with any of the decision process. And it is very much true when it comes to the research and the innovation is concerned. I'm sure all of you would know the word ethic. It comes from the Greek word called as ethos, which means a character which is causing goodness for an individual, a character which is causing goodness for the other members who are surrounding the individuals, for the society, or for the city, or for the nation, as well as for the world, is considered to be a good character. With this, I'm sure all of you would know what is ethical for us, maybe unethical for someone, but we'll have to find this fine balance on how to balance each one's demands, expectation, ensuring that the risk or the loss or the harm is minimized in such a way that we are able to live in an environment where there is least possible negative impact. This sums up the importance of learning ethics and following them, not just in research, but also in our day-to-day life. We'll be discussing more about the role of ethics and research in detail. Happy learning, Dr. Sudhakar, signing off. Do comment your thoughts on each of the ethical related scenarios, what I have highlighted in this video in the YouTube comment section. I'll repeat again. You will have to mention your name, and you will have to select the ethical scenario number and write down whether it is right or wrong. If it is right, why it is right. If it is wrong, why it is wrong. That has to be mentioned. Thank you all. Have a pleasant day. Bye-bye.